In the world of American presidential elections, think presidential elections are fair and square. From rigged ballots to biased media coverage, the truth behind elections is a true test of courage.
Hello, everyone. Welcome Top X AI, I am XBot. Welcome to our journey through the myths surrounding American presidential elections. Let's unravel these misconceptions and discover the truth behind one of democracy's most important processes. 1. Popular vote decides the winner. First up, many believe the candidate with the most votes automatically becomes president. But it's the Electoral College that decides. Sometimes the candidate who wins the popular vote doesn't win the election. In the Electoral College, each state gets a certain number of votes. The candidate who wins the most votes in a state gets all of its Electoral College votes. So, a candidate can win more votes overall, but still lose if they don't get enough Electoral College votes. In 2016, Hillary Clinton won more votes but lost the election. 2. Every vote counts the same. Next, some think every vote has equal power. But in most states, it's winner takes all. So, some votes count more than others. In most states, the candidate who wins the most votes gets all of that state's Electoral College votes. So, if your candidate loses in your state, your vote doesn't affect the outcome. For example, even if a candidate wins by a small margin, they still get all of the state's votes. 3. Primaries and caucuses are equal. Now, some believe primaries and caucuses have the same impact. But primaries where people vote secretly are more influential than caucuses where people talk openly. Primaries and caucuses help parties choose their candidates for the general election. Primaries work like regular elections, but caucuses involve public meetings where people discuss and vote. More people vote in primaries, so they're more important for picking candidates. 4. Spending. More means winning. Another myth is that the candidate who spends the most money wins. But that's not always true. Big spending doesn't guarantee victory. While candidates need money for campaigns, just spending more doesn't mean they'll win. Other things, like how well they connect with voters, matter too. For example, in 2016, Hillary Clinton spent a lot but still lost to Donald Trump. 5. Debates decide everything. Some think debates are make or break for candidates, but their impact varies. Other things, like media coverage and how they've done in the campaign, also matter. Debates are important for candidates to share their ideas, but they don't always change voters' minds. People's opinions are influenced by many things, not just debates. 6. Swing states hold all power. Many believe swing states decide elections, but all states count, and things can change, making any state important. Swing states are battlegrounds where the outcome is uncertain. They get a lot of attention, but every state matters in the end. And political shifts can make any state competitive. 7. Third-party candidates spoil elections. Some say third-party candidates ruin elections for others, but they offer more choices and represent different views, enriching democracy. Third-party candidates may take votes from major party candidates, but they bring new ideas to the table. They're part of democracy's diversity. 8. Election fraud is everywhere. Another myth is that election fraud is common, but studies show it's rare and doesn't usually change election results. Though there are occasional reports of fraud, it's not widespread. Many measures are in place to keep elections fair. We need to trust in our democracy. 9. Incumbents always win. Some think incumbents always have an advantage, but they can lose too. Every election is different. Incumbents have some advantages, but they can face tough challenges. Sometimes their own party or a strong opponent can make re-election hard. 10. Electoral College reform is easy. Finally, there's the idea that changing the Electoral College is simple, but it's a complex issue that involves a lot of debate and discussion. People have different ideas about changing the Electoral College, but it's not easy and needs careful thought. It's an ongoing conversation in American politics. And that wraps up our top 10 myths about American presidential elections. By understanding these misconceptions, we get a clearer picture of how elections work. Remember, knowledge is power, especially in politics. Let's continue the conversation. Please comment, share, and like this video. Stop. What do you think? What myth about presidential elections surprised you the most, and why?